Yo, what up, guys? Happy Saturday. You know, just brushing it off a little bit there. Meant to do this morning, although had some adulting to do today. Some stuff got in the way. So, afternoon chat here. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Hold on, let me turn off my Wu-Tang here. I've been listening to a lot of Wu-Tang lately. God, I just love Method Man. So good. All right, so what are we going to talk about? You know, I'll just leave it up to you guys in this one. First of all, shout out to the dude who I met in the store just a little bit ago in the local grocery store of all places in Western Washington, whereabouts, of all places. He had a Q shirt on. He had one of the Q American flag shirts with the WWG1 WGA around it, you know. Seeing that in a store, badass. Said nice shirt to him. He was like, wow, somebody knows about it. Like, yeah, you might have saw my YouTube channel around. I told him about it. He had heard about it before. But older gentleman, doesn't tweet or do all that too much, but the word is spreading. The word is spreading very good, and that's exactly what the point was. The point was to get people out there confident in the fact that this stuff is real, and then talking about it and spreading it like wildfire, and then watching everybody connect. So that's that, and also shout out to Champs. You might be asking why I'm wearing a tattered ass sweatshirt, and the reason is because I am at home. I don't dress up. I am probably one of the least materialistic people you'll ever meet. If you've ever met me before, there's probably like a pretty good chance that I was wearing soccer pants. It's like my whole wardrobe. I don't dress up. I don't know. It's just not me, you know? I've had these sweatshirts since high school, going on like 11, 12 years now. I still got 2 of them, and I wear them all the time. I just don't buy things. I don't buy things. I don't really buy that many clothes at all. I don't buy stuff. Pretty much all my money goes towards food because I make it good food that, yeah, it costs more, but I don't know. I don't get materialism in people. I truly don't. Like, why, and the whole idea of looking professional fitting into that cultural model. Like, why is it professional to hang a little piece of fabric from your neck? You know, why does that look better to us than other people that don't, you know? And it's just so uncomfortable. Like, I hate wearing jeans. I hate it. I hate wearing denim. I hate wearing suits. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I can look pretty dapper in a suit, but it's so uncomfortable. I would much rather wear my Adidas soccer pants. I have like 3 or 4 pairs, wear them all the time. And I just feel so ninja in them. Feel so ninja. Wear those with my Merrells, my minimalist shoes, you know, get to move fast, be agile. But other than that, no, I don't buy nothing. So what is your money going towards? Truly. Because that's how we're going to vote, right? It's voting season now. Yeah, we can vote with paper ballots at a ballot box, but truly, if you want your energy to go towards building a better system, what are you spending your money on? What are you spending your money and your time on? Your mental energy. Don't buy their food. Don't buy their products. Don't buy their shit. That's a very easy way to take our power back, to lessen their control. Just don't give them your money. Don't buy their things. Don't watch their things. You see, Hollywood is crumbling. Their viewership. Sports, corporate sports, their viewership. The Emmys, the Grammys, all these award shows are just tanking. So it's good news as well. People are waking up. People are deciding not to deal with substanceless, materialistic, consumeristic bullshit anymore. Anyway, that's enough ranting there. What else? I don't know. I'll throw it up to you guys here. I'm going to pull up my Twitter really quick because there was a lot of people asking me good questions on there. But whatever you guys want to talk about. Yeah, somebody mentioned Disney. Yeah, it's it's the gratification there, you know? On one hand, you could say, oh, darn, I've never been to Disney, and it bums you out because you're finding out that there's so many weird people in Disney. It's just such a creepy organization. But then on the other hand, you could look at it a little more positively and say, good frickin' riddance. I'm never going to that nasty place. I don't need it. What the hell do you need Disney for? I don't know. Take your kid out frickin' camping in the woods or something. It's way cheaper than Disneyland, and far less pedophiles around. Guarantee you that. Let's see. Mind control networks, more of my health info. A lot of people have been asking for health information lately, and that makes me really happy to hear. And that's something I'm definitely going to be doing more content on, because there's this passion in me to help people, suggest things to people, coach people. It doesn't come out all that much because Twitter is just, I don't even like Twitter anymore, quite honestly. It's fun, but at the same time, it's such an echo chamber, and I see so much hate on Twitter from all sides of every aisle and every angle. So I just don't like to get on Twitter as much. But it's difficult to share stuff on the social media platforms. Aside from YouTube, you can get more information, more content out there on YouTube. So yeah, there will be more. There'll be more. Twitter's toxic, somebody said. I agree. Twitter is toxic. All social media, it's a tool, right? It's like a hammer. You can use a hammer to help yourself, or you can miss and hit yourself in the hand and screw yourself over, right? So you just have to be very careful because it is addictive. They've shown social media hits those dopamine receptors in your brain, so you get that addictive, the addictive qualities to just scrolling through your timeline endlessly, coming across, it fuels that kind of ADD, ADHD personality. But at the same time, I mean, God, you can learn so much on social media with YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, etc. So it's just a balancing act. Just like in life, just like so many things in this universe, it's all about balance. It's not really about overdoing it or underdoing it, just finding where that happy middle ground is. Oh, dude, what's my favorite GMO cereal? God, what does that stuff even taste like? It's been so long. I would say when I was little, in grade school still, probably my favorite one was Lucky Charms, and I would be the kid that would eat out every single little marshmallow piece first. No, actually what I would do it the other way around. I would eat all the nasty, gray pieces and leave all the marshmallows till the end, and then just big ol' scoops of marshmallow in my face. I was a fat boy. You see, funny enough, this surprises a lot of people. Was I obese? I was definitely overweight. I don't think I was classified as obese, but when I was in elementary school and middle school, and even early junior high, I was really fat. Really fat. Blood sugar problems, overweight, it was bad. And finally joined sports, got into athletics when I was about 15, started playing soccer, long distance running, basketball, so that's how I lost the weight there. But I got a strong ego, guys. I got a very strong one. I like sweets. I like sweets a lot. It takes a lot of discipline for me to refrain. Cereal is poison. You're right. Burnaby. All refined foods. If it comes in a box, good chances are it's not going to do much for you. Just everything that's been refined, right? So we have crackers. We have cereal. We have bread, bread. We have just all of that white boxed food. If it's dead food, it's not going to transfer anything to you. Think of it that way. One of my favorite acronyms is JERF, J-E-R-F, JERF, just eat real food, right? The idea that everything is energy, everything is electricity. Our food is transferring us that electricity. So if you're eating food that has that life force, that still has electricity in it, it's basically right off the vine, right out of the ground, unrefined, just real food, right? Real food. Fruits and vegetables and nuts and meats, depending on the meat, where you get it from, how wild sourced. But just eat real food. It's all about energy transference. And if you're eating refined, white, dead shit, you're going to feel like shit, you know? Poor folk can't afford good food. I disagree. If you try, you can. You know, don't let any excuse hold you back. Okay, don't let any excuse hold you back. You can take a look at your spending habits. What are you valuing? Like I was mentioning earlier, I don't buy anything. I don't have a TV bill, basic cable. I don't watch that. I don't have my television is like literally 10 years old. It's a 30-inch that I don't ever use. So we can basically say I don't have a TV. Just so many things I don't have. My money, you know, value, where are you spending your money? And not only that, but if you actually buy food that's real food, you don't need to quite eat as much. You see, if you're eating the dead, unrefined stuff, you're just plowing calories into your face, but it's nutrient-less calories, your body's still going to be hungry. You got to understand, your hunger levels are dependent on your nutrient levels in your body. So if you eat more nutritious food, you're going to get full quicker. Have more fiber in it, more vitamins and minerals. You're going to get full quicker, so you're not going to be continuously plowing food in your face. You see, if all you eat is crackers and chips and breads, you're not going to get any nutrients in your body, so you're just going to continue to be hungry, and then you're going to continue reaching for that stuff, you know? So it's looking at it as a value system. What do you value? What are you spending your money on? Don't spend your money on purses and shoes and all kinds of other nonsense. And not only that, but when you do buy the food, don't buy soda. How much money do people spend on soda a month? God. Drinking cans a day. Cigarettes. How much money do people spend on cigarettes a month? Some people, I mean, if you're at a pack a day, what's a pack now? Let's say average $10. Oh my God. $300 a month. God, that could be like a car payment for some people. Okay. There's then all the refined stuff. Yeah, and I could continue going on. So just look, just look at yourself, look at it all objectively. Look at it all objectively. A lot of people saying they don't even do soda. Some people make their own soda, which is great. It's all, I think of it like this, like 90-10. If you ever heard of that, 90-10, some people say 80-20. Like 90% of the time, you make great choices for yourself. It could be 80, 90%, depending on how well you're trying to perform physically, mentally. Let's say, 90% of the time, do a great job. But 10% of the time, just have fun. That's the thing that turns a lot of people off to eating healthy, is that they have this perfectionism mindset in their mind, and they're like, oh, if I start eating healthy, that means I can never enjoy life. I have to make those hard choices all the time. And that's just not the case at all, man. We live in this third density reality. Why not enjoy it a little bit? We all have egos. Every single one of us has an ego. Whether you think you've killed your ego or not, you have an ego. Why not let it loose a little bit, Shit. Like I said, I have a sweet tooth. Don't get me started on a bag of peppercini kettle chips. Ugh. Be gone before you know it. What brand of vitamins are the best? There are very few actual vitamins I would spend my money on. In fact, this would be a great topic for a video in and of itself. Most vitamins out there suck. Don't buy them. The only real vitamins I would buy are whole food, non-GMO organic vitamins. I don't want to throw any brand names out there. I actually don't really take as many vitamins anymore as I used to, pill stuff. A lot of what I take now is in powder form. So greens powders, wheatgrass, spirulina, chlorella. That's the majority of my vitamin intake is through whole foods powders that way. So greens powders. If you want a very vague answer to your question, greens powders. Benefits of turmeric, inflammatory support, massive inflammatory support. So you can cook with turmeric, yeah, but actually finding a supplement, a CO2 extracted supplement, it's just going to be so much more powerful and actually have therapeutic effects. So when people are drinking teas and using not just turmeric, but any herb, making teas and using it in their food, that's good, but taking an actual encapsulated supplement of an extract is going to be many hundred times more potent. So if you're looking for any herb to actually help you balance yourself health-wise, look that route. Look an actual extraction of the herb. Ooh. Does collagen powder calcify your pineal gland? I've never heard of that before. Just make sure there's no artificial sweeteners in it. There's artificial sweeteners in frickin' everything these days. Sucralose, acesulfame potassium, aspartame, so many others. They all change names all the time. That's how these big food companies try to sneak shit into your products, is that they always change the name. It's high fructose corn syrup. Nope, now it's just corn syrup. Nope, now we're going to call it MSG, monosodium glutamate. Now they're calling it yeast extract. And you really have to know your ingredients, know what the little words mean. Get all these people walking around, they don't know what that freaking word is, but they're okay shoving it in their mouth. No, I'm not vegan. To answer your question, I'm not. C60. Questions on C60. Carbon 60. Buckyballs. Little supplement of... C60 is a supplement of carbon, specifically structured carbon, where there's 60 carbon atoms in a geometric lattice buckyball, you could call it, named after Buckminster Fuller. The C60 supplements that I've seen, now I actually took C60 probably about, what year is it now, 2018? Like 5 years ago. So I was taking C60 before many people the last year or two began hearing about C60. And what I paid for it back then was a fraction of what people are paying for it now. So when I see these 60 products out now and they're like $300 freaking dollars, I'm like, no, don't spend your money on that. Don't even waste your money. Because not only is that overpriced, but I guarantee most people out there who are looking at C60 as being a savior that's going to solve their problems could easily just solve their problems if they balance their diet out a little bit, maybe exercise some more, So it's like there's so many more easier changes you could make instead of spending hundreds of dollars on this C60, right? And C60, it's an extremely potent antioxidant. So really, it's going to help you the most, say, if you're aged, if you're elder, or if you have a very stressful lifestyle. So really, a lot of people taking C60 don't even really need C60. They could spend that money on a much more potent antioxidant that's going to help them much more so than C60. Like, if it was me, I would spend the hundreds of dollars. Instead of C60, I would spend it on spirulina. That's just me. You get plenty of antioxidants, so many more nutrients in spirulina than you would on C60, and you can probably get pounds of it. You could get 10 pounds of spirulina for the same price as that little bottle of olive oil C60. So that's my thoughts on that there. I'm not vegan because my body particularly just doesn't like it. That's it. I'm not going to get into the whole philosophical, ethical, and moral arguments here because that would take up a lot of time. But to me, it's not immoral to eat meat. It just depends on your whole mindset, your whole philosophy in doing so. And for me, it's not like I eat meat all the time. Most of the animal product I eat is eggs anyway. Only a couple times a month might I actually eat a little bit of fish or chicken or meat, but I still do just because I have a metabolism that's so freaking high that I can't do it without meat, without eggs. At least eggs, Plus the B12, the choline, the iron, etc., etc. There's certain things that eating meat supports you with that eating vegan does not. Do I fast? Yes, I fast all the time. I definitely fast. That's pretty much my daily. Let's just make this whole live stream on health. Why not? Let's just do it. So my daily regimen is fasting, intermittent fasting. For me, like I just said, my metabolism is so high that if I fast longer than a day, I start deteriorating. I start not feeling good. But I feel best when I don't eat in the mornings and then I first eat late morning, maybe 11 o'clock or noon. That's when I get my first meal in. It's after my workout because I work out in the morning. So I'm in a metabolically deficient state. I'm primed for a bunch of food. I eat a load between like noon and probably 7 or 8 p.m. and then go to sleep. So it's pretty much the only hours I eat right there. Between, say, noon and 8, noon and 7. All right, some days I'll just stuff my face till I go to sleep at like 9 or 10. But hey. So that's pretty much it. And, there's different methods and modalities you can fast with. Some people do longer fasts, 3, 5, 7 day. I fully support that if you can. You can just do a juice fast where you're only intaking certain juices just for the vitamins and minerals, but not intaking really any calories for, again, a certain period of time. Go for it if that suits you. Again, it just becomes experimenting with yourself. So many people out there are, and this doesn't just go for health, but really any topic, they're so obsessed with researching, and I call it information saturation, just saturating their brain with information. But then when it comes to the carryover, when it comes to the experiential side of things, that's where they're lacking. Because they're so obsessed with researching, and there's still this fear inside of them that they won't get past the researching stage. They won't get their head out of the book and actually go try anything. Just go try things. That's the best teacher right there. A book cannot teach you as much as experience can. It can help you. It can support you. It can make that experience something that you're expecting and prepared for a little bit more so. But just try things. Try different diets. People get caught up with paleo diet, keto diet, North Beach, South Beach, whatever that diet. And it's ridiculous because all of our bodies are different, all of our needs are different, all of our lifestyles are different. So play around with some things. But there's some basic principles that everybody, I believe, should utilize when playing around with their own specific lifestyle. Again, just eat real food. Make sure the food is alive. You're eating live stuff. You're actually getting energy from it. Make sure it's toxin-free. You don't want any preservatives in your meats. Any preservatives in your whatever else you're buying. You don't want any pesticides on your food. You don't want genetically engineered shit in it, right? So there's basic archetypes, basic structures to what everybody should do. But then again, we're all different. So try it. Try things. Try new things. Always try new things. That's how you learn and grow. you're not trying new things, you're not experiencing, you're not growing. Have I heard of Shilajit? Yes. Take Shilajit quite a bit. I don't know. What else do you want me to say about it? Have I heard about it? Yes. Closed-ended question. My thoughts on sunscreen. I don't use sunscreen at all. I don't touch it. The sun doesn't scare me. There's all this fear porn out there. So many different avenues. They try to scare the shit out of us about the sun. Like, yeah, God would put that big ol' glowing ball up there just to give us all skin cancer and kill us, right? Makes no sense. The problem with sunscreens these days is there's just so many toxins and poisons in sunscreens, and so many of them are the estrogenic ones. Everybody's, making fun of the soy boy idea out there, but in fact, what's worse for you than soy, what's worse for your hormones than soy, is the xenoestrogens that are in cosmetic products. Because the thing about cosmetic products is that you're putting it right on your skin. So when you put anything right on your skin is the largest organ of your body, it's going to absorb transdermally right into your blood. So I would say personally, all of the estrogenic chemicals that are in our hygiene products are far worse for your hormones than soy. Now that is your everything. Your lotions have parabens in there. Your shampoos have parabens in there. All of it has petroleum-based byproducts in there. Your sunscreen, parabens, probably heavy metals in many of those ingredients. You have your PEGs, which are your petroleum-based byproducts. You have you could go down the list of all the different chemicals in there. That's what really gives you skin cancer, guys. It's not the sun. It's not the UV rays. Your body needs UV rays. Without UV rays, your body's not going to make vitamin D. So, check this out. You're lathering yourself up with sunscreen, right? Great. You're putting a bunch of toxic chemicals on your skin, getting absorbed right into your blood, screwing up your gonads. And not only that, but it's reflecting off the UV rays, so your body can't make anti-cancer vitamin D. So wow, you're killing yourself with multiple stones there, right? God, they've done a damn good job at screwing up our minds, right? Backwards world. So yeah, I don't deal with sunscreens. Don't even bother. There's natural sunscreens out there if you have really pale skin or if you burn really easy. But, I don't. I tan pretty well. I want the vitamin D. I want the UV rays. The UV rays don't scare me because I eat enough antioxidants where it's going to prevent the oxidation in my skin, right? So there you go. What about sunburns, everybody says? Again, focus on antioxidants in your body. A sunburn is the oxidation at the skin level from the UV rays. So with antioxidants in there, it's going to combat that. Again, there's all this fear porn out there about cancer and disease and all this stuff, but when you really know how to take care of yourself, nothing scares you. When you fully know how your mind, body, spirit complex operates. When you're not looking to authority, when you're not looking to anybody else out there telling you how your body functions, but no, you figure it out yourself. You're like, I know myself. I know what's good for me, I know what's not. Let's see here. Going through some more comments. Cancer and dis-ease can't survive in an alkaline body. It depends. You know, there's much more that goes into health than just an alkaline body. But there's all of Otto Warburg's research and others who have showed that oxygen-rich environments and alkaline environments, same thing. Disease does not grow too well in there. I would agree. Do I drink tap water? No. I definitely have a filter. Stomach acid should be acidic. Yes, funny you bring that up, my friend Pat. So, funny thing about Prilosec and all the other proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, that people take for their heartburn, the reason they have heartburn is because they don't have stomach acid. So they actually don't have enough acid in their gut to break their food down and to digest it. So what that food is doing is that it's sitting in their stomach and rotting, and it's creating gas. And that gas opens up that little flap in your throat, and that's what causes the heartburn. So when people take Prilosec, it's an acid killer, right? Well, what happens? Yeah, it's going to start killing off a lot of that acid that's being built up. But in the long run, you keep taking Prilosec or any sort of other over-the-counter PPI, it's just going to continuously not let your stomach make stomach acid. It's just going to continuously not let your stomach make stomach acid. And when you're on many of these pharmaceuticals for long periods of time, your body becomes accustomed to them. So if you continuously take something that's Prilosec that's supposed to get rid of your heartburn, well, you're not having any stomach acid, so you're just going to keep getting heartburn. So you see, it's this revolving door effect. You take it to get rid of the symptoms, but you're taking it, it's not getting rid of the root cause of anything, right? It's actually causing it to get worse. So yeah, then you have to take more. Then it's really just handling the symptoms. It's not getting rid of the root cause, and the root cause is getting worse. So then you have to take more. And then it's just this freaking, that's the sick care system that we have. It's not health care, it's sick care. There's no money in a healthy person. There's no money in a dead person. There's only money in people coming back for more every month or every few months, re-upping on their frickin' $1,000 pills. Learn about the MMS protocol of Jim Humble. I know all about it, so I'm assuming that that comment was for my audience. Yeah, MMS. I have a few bottles of it downstairs. Jim Humble, wonderful character. Thank you, Steppenwolf. Appreciate the super chat. I will continue speaking my truths, yes. Funny, they say MMS. MMS is a acronym. Stands for Miracle Mineral Supplement or Magic Mineral Supplement, depends on who you ask. It references a mineral called chlorine dioxide. Now, chlorine dioxide is not like Clorox chlorine or pool chlorine because it has a dioxide molecule attached to it. When you add dioxide to anything, it completely changes the molecular chemical makeup of it. Carbon is a lot different than carbon dioxide, for instance. So chlorine dioxide, a lot different than normal chlorine. Now, chlorine dioxide does not kill pathogens in your body through chlorination. That's the common misnomer. The FDA tries to tell you that it is a chlorine and it'll kill you and it's bleach. It's not bleach. It's an oxidizer. It's a lot like food-grade hydrogen peroxide or ozone therapy, for instance. So that's why the FDA and Big Pharma are so targeted. They attack MMS so much because it's so freaking cheap and it's an oxidizer. It's not a chlorinator. So you can literally use it to I use it to clean with sometimes. I just make a vat of it and then freaking sanitize the place with it. Or you can sanitize your own body with it. Where to get MMS, you're probably going to have to look overseas. I'm aware of some people in this country who've been put in jail for selling it, so probably going to have to go overseas. Not go overseas, but buy it from overseas and have them ship it to you. How do they get away with putting all those different kinds of fluoride from China? Why does everybody want to blame China? Yeah, China's got problems, but America has a bunch of problems too. The fluoride's actually probably American, I would say. It's a byproduct of the aluminum and smelting industry. So really, it doesn't come from China. It just comes from that American industry and goes into the municipal water supply industry. And funny, I saw on NBC the other day, this was 3 days ago on the 17th, they ran an article trying to discredit the fluoride truthers, basically, you know, fluoride propaganda. They ran a whole article of fluoride propaganda saying that a lot of dentists say it's good for your teeth, so why are so many people anti-fluoride? Yeah, bullshit. It's not good for your teeth. It causes them to molt and pit. And fluoride is just destructive to so many different systems in your body. It'll ruin your thyroid gland. Fluoride will actually replace the iodine in your thyroid. So how many people have hypothyroidism, low functioning thyroid glands in this country? Well, they're drinking basically hypothyroid soup all day in their tap water, and they're brushing their teeth with Colgate, and then they're cooking with Teflon pans. Believe it or not, Teflon leaches fluoride gas. So don't cook with Teflon, guys. Cook with ceramic. I have a couple really nice ceramic pans. See, that's something I'll spend money on. I'll spend money on things that matter. My Teflon pan, or my ceramic pan, only cost me like 20 bucks, but it's important. It's definitely important. Cast iron, yes. Somebody said cast iron, absolutely. Benefits of Shilajit. So Shilajit is this, it's like a black goo. It's not artificially, intelligently created. It's this natural black goo that grows in these, I think it grows in Russia? Yeah, this is going over my head right now. Bringing me back to the days when I used to work in health food stores and I knew all this off the top of my head, so much more so, but it's been a few years. Shilajit grows, I think, somewhere in Russia, but it's this black goo, and you can take it as the goo. Some people do. I've seen powdered supplements, and I've taken it as a capsule. But basically, Shilajit is the highest natural source of what's called fulvic acid. Yeah, everybody's saying yes, Russia. Tastes god-awful. You're totally right. Tastes so bad. I don't know if I've ever had a supplement taste as bad as fulvic acid. Or Shilajit. Would not suggest taking it straight. That's why I took capsules. But Shilajit's the highest natural source of what's called fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is basically an electron donor in your body. So electricity, electric universe, we're electric beings. Taking fulvic acid is a way to just literally electrify yourself. And actually lately, I haven't been taking quite as much Shilajit as I used to because it's expensive, it can be tough to find, and it tastes bad. I've actually just been taking straight fulvic acid. Put it in my concoction in the morning, whether it's coffee or tea or whatever. I put cordyceps, fulvic acid, and Ormus in there. Talk about electric power drink in the morning. Cordyceps, fulvic acid, and Ormus. Yeah. Get on my level, guys. Can I film a morning routine? Totally. I've been meaning to do that. There's been a lot of video stuff I've been meaning to do, but quite frankly, I've just been kind of been dealing with some stuff lately. Just like, yeah, you know, getting my head square on, grounded, balanced. So I haven't done quite as much in the way of videos that I've wanted to do lately. And you might notice that in some of the videos I've done, I haven't been quite as grounded or chilled or relaxed as I normally am. It's because things are getting nuts. Things are getting nuts. We all got things we're working with behind the scenes. Dustin Nemos, all about health. Yeah, bro, totally. I need to, I've been meaning to connect with him, do an interview with him. Folks asking about Ormus. Need Ormus. Yes. The Ormus that I particularly take is Vancouver Island Ormus. Company owned by a dude named Kevin Hay. Go follow Kevin Hay on Facebook. He's a crazy dude. Crazy dude, but he's awesome. And he makes great Ormus. Somebody said they live in BC. That's actually where Kevin's company is based out of. Nemos is ready now, dude. I got to get off here and go talk with him when I'm done. Vancouver Island Ormus. There we go. Vancouver Island Ormus. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna bounce and get working on some other things. What kind of other health questions you guys got for me? Before I bounce out of here. This is matcha. Matcha green tea. Good things come to those who hustle. I like it. Thoughts on schizophrenia? Spiritual way of being or mental illness? Third eye and MJ opening up spiritual paths in the brain. Only asking because it said weed abuse can lead to the prodrome phase. My personal spiritual beliefs on marijuana. Well, first of all, it's a God-given, nature-grown plant. So that right there, I mean, shouldn't be a Schedule 1 drug, blah, blah, blah. A lot of great industrial uses for hemp, et cetera, et cetera. But at least in regards to marijuana, I mean, it has absolute health benefits, okay? Helps with anxiety, helps a lot of people sleep, helps a lot of people eat, helps a lot of people just relax, okay? Fantastic. Health benefits, and of course, CBDs, we can talk about that for a long time. But the other side of the coin is that it's still a substance. It's still a physical substance, right? So a lot of people say, oh, you can't get addicted to marijuana. Bullshit. You can absolutely get addicted to marijuana. How do you get addicted to marijuana? Oh, you have a lot of trauma in your life. You have a lot of trauma. Something's bothering you that you're brushing under the rug, you don't want to deal with. So you just smoke weed. And you smoke weed, and you smoke weed and weed and weed and weed. And you eat it. And you smoke it, and you do whatever with it, bathe in it, I don't know. Inject all the marijuanas, right? So you can absolutely develop some sort of physical abuse for marijuana. And then that's where discipline comes into the picture. And discipline is the, let's say, force that you're using to spiritually grow to refrain from these physical substances. So discipline to eat better, discipline to say no to smoking that, say no to drinking that, discipline to do the thing that you know you need to do, right? And when it comes to marijuana in particular, like I mentioned earlier, you know, I used to have a massive addiction to food, big sweet tooth. I have an addictive type of personality. I've been there with marijuana before too, years ago, where my life was sucking at the time and it was my escape, right? Don't use it as an escape. Don't use it as a crutch, right? And that's where balance comes into the picture. It's not like you have to cut it out completely, but how much are you really using it? And is it actually supporting you in your overall goals, in your overall vision, or is it hindering you? Is it something that is making you procrastinate? Is it something that is distracting you, that you're spending a lot of time with, that you're spending a lot of money on, right? Again, there's the money thing. I mentioned earlier, how much money do people spend on cigarettes a month? But holy shit, how much money do they spend on alcohol a month? Hundreds of dollars. How much money do some people spend on weed a month? Hundreds of dollars. Ugh. I will say, with all of my addictive struggles, like I used to gamble a little bit. This was like 10 years ago, back in high school. But I taught myself how to count cards. I had like a really boring job during the winter where I was alone all the time, so I just taught myself how to count cards. And I would go play blackjack at the casino like 3 or 4 times a week. I wouldn't lose, so it wasn't a. I was pretty good at counting cards, but it was still like it was an addictive thing. And then to the food, and then to the weed and all that stuff, right? So I had an addictive personality, but luckily, I've always been very conservative with how I've gone about doing it, right? So I was never, ever spending hundreds of dollars a month on marijuana, ever. For me, it was always a frequency thing. So I would just take a couple puffs, but it would be, multiple times a day, like before class, after class, or before before work sometimes, and lunch break and after. So that's me putting my authentic self out there. No, I don't gamble at all anymore. That was just a couple months stint there. Food, oh yeah, I still eat a lot of food. A lot better than I used to, though. Smoke, I'm cutting out smoking. Don't smoke anymore. Need the voice box to be healthy. But edible, time and again. Calls for it, maybe. Shout out from Tacoma. What up, Zach? A lot of people are talking about vaping. I've never been a vapor. I've never smoked cigarettes. Never done a tobacco vape. Those just disgust me. Let's see here. Somebody said, there's a question I wanted to get to. Vape. Alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I really don't. Even one drink, it just does not feel good to me. And it's been that way for probably like a year and a half now. I got all my drinking out in college. There you go. And that was a quick phase. That was a quick couple years of just, dude, I was a partier. And I was damn good at partying, but I got that out. And now alcohol, just, no, it doesn't even, I don't even feel like I don't even feel any kind of need to do it or desire. Like when it's in front of me, it's not like I even want to take a sip just to taste it. It's just, nope. Not wine, not beer. It's just, I just have an aversion to it. It's like my spirit telling me that it's just not for you. It's not for you, dude. So, yeah, alcohol's not my thing. Who else wants to see me dab? Dude, quite frankly, I've only ever done a dab once in my life. And it was a terrible experience. Terrible. Way too much for me. Nah. No way. Frankly, I'm old school, man. Swisher Sweet. Roll up a blueberry or a strawberry Swisher Sweet. Cut it open. Good to go. But again, I'm not smoking anymore. That was back in the day. What about eating meat? I already addressed that one. No drugs here, David says. Props to you, my friend. But that is a good conversation too. The idea of drugs, that word, drug, so much connotation behind it. So much, I don't even like that word. I hate that word, drug, is because when you say that, it instantly brings up a feel of negativity, like it's bad. And really, we shouldn't be calling them drugs. I just substance, even substance, kind of brings up a negativity. Just say compound, right? Because talking about marijuana, marijuana is not a drug, it's a plant. It can be used in a positive, negative way, but it's a plant. Speaking about psilocybin mushrooms, it's a mushroom. It's not a drug, it's a freaking mushroom. It can be used for positive or negative benefit, but it's a mushroom, right? So I don't like that D word, that 4-letter D word, damn it. Damn drugs. Two years sober from near-death addiction. Round of applause to Link there. Totally. Jamie wants ayahuasca. I would say treat that issue like you're going to get a tattoo. Because they say when you want a tattoo, pick out the design you want and sit on that for like 4 months or 6 months to really make sure it's what you want. And if you still want it in 6 months, then it's probably something you'll be happy having on your body all the time. Treat ayahuasca the same way. Okay, if you want to do it now, give it a few months. If you still want to do it, then start putting the intention out there into the universe, to God, and some opportunity will be placed in your path to go do it, right? But again, be very conscious about what you're getting yourself into. Be very conscious of who you're going to go do it with, the environment. And this goes for all psychedelics, not just ayahuasca, but just make sure it's a comfortable environment, that you're doing it for self-development purposes, not just to freaking get high. You know that it is going to be an interesting experience, and you're doing it just to have the experience, just to have some things shown to yourself and grow from. I'm always a fan of self-development, whether it's exercise or doing these mushrooms or this ayahuasca over here or eating better. I'm always a fan of that. I have no ridicule in me at all, right? So you can, it's pretty funny actually when people stop me and talk to me at events or wherever. They recognize me, they know what I talk about, they come up to me, they want to talk to me and talk about all these things that have been quelled inside them, is that they get nervous too, like they're gonna get made fun of or something like that, because they have this subconscious reaction. It's this kind of like an animal. An animal cowers in fear when the abusive owner is around. Well, people have been abused for their beliefs for so long that even when they come up to me and like, you guys know the weird shit I talk about, just crazy stuff. They come up to me and they still have, I see these subconscious tendencies within them. Their posture shows everything. They'll get the eye movements. They won't be able to maintain eye contact and they'll get pretty nervous. They'll look down or look around or stutter over their words or something like that. Trust me, guys, you can talk to me about aliens, you can talk to me about psychedelics, you can talk to me about anything. It's the ridicule in there that truly shuts down critical thinking and dangerous. So that's what I want to help people overcome myself. What do I think about kava kava? I'm a big fan of kava kava. Love that stuff. In fact, I'm probably going to take a Epsom salt bath with a cup of kava kava tonight. Because if you want to relax, don't smoke weed, take an Epsom salt bath with a cup of kava kava tea, you will be glued into your couch. Getting into some meditation questions here. Awesome. How often do I meditate and do I use binaural beats? No, I don't use binaural beats because they annoy me and it's really annoying. Bing! Have something in my ear like that. I can't stand it. How often do I meditate? I meditate Not as often as you'd think. In the particular way of no movement, sit there, don't say a thing, try to erase all thoughts from your mind, meditate. I call it static meditation. So I really don't do that all that much, quite frankly. But most of my meditation involves movement, but it is me lifting weights, you know. Deadlifts are a great meditation for me, especially when you pick up 300 pounds and you just drop that shit on the ground. I go to a gym where I can drop the weight. They don't make alarms go off. Bee woo, wee woo. Get out of Planet Fitness. No weight dropping. That's a meditation. Also playing soccer. I like to just go to the field, run, kick a ball. It's good meditation to me too. So there can be many different forms of meditation, many different ways. So you find what works for you. You laughed because I'm a tiny dude. I'm normal size. I think I have an above average BMI. I weigh 170. I'm 5'10", 170. And I think by government standards, my BMI is actually technically a little overweight. But my PR deadlift is 385. So you can do the math. 385 at 170. Raw. Bare hands, no belt. I ain't a skinny honey. Granted, that was like 2 years ago. So I could probably still hit 315. Give me like a month. You know, I haven't been in the gym quite as much lately, of course. Work, travel, etc. But overhand grip or mixed? Dude, at 385, you have to do mixed grip. Don't mess yourself up trying to lift heavy. I used to power lift and it took a toll on your joints. No, I'm good, man. My form is, I'm a big fan of powerlifting. And my belief is that it's not the movement that'll mess you up, it's the form that'll mess you up. So no, man. I never feel better after I get done with a set of 225 on the squat rack. I do a lot of front squats too. Am I going to the DC meditation? Yes, I will be in Washington, D.C. in a few weeks. Who do I listen to? Yeah. I'll answer a couple more, just like general questions. I'm going to head out. So the music I listen to, it's either hip-hop or EDM, electronic dance music, like progressive house kind of stuff. And what hip-hop artists do I listen to? Wu-Tang Clan. Been a big fan of Wu-Tang lately. Method Man, dude. Redman, Logic. Some dudes from the South. Big Crit. Love Big Crit. Bun B. Those Texas boys. Chameleonaire. Heck yeah. I know some of you know that he came out with some mixtapes after Riding Dirty. Yeah, Jizza. Jizza's dope. Who else? There's just random underground stuff. It's all underground. You know, that's probably why I got so good with researching for information, is because when I was little, I would hunt for music. Research for music. Slim Thugger. Hell yeah. What sort of EDM? Okay, I follow this YouTube channel. Some of you guys might know it. It's called Suicide Sheep. No, I don't have a handler. God. People think I get paid for what I do by other people and they tell me what to say. No. Nobody tells me what to say. Nobody freaking pays me. Suicide Sheep. Yes, some people know about it. Suicide Sheep, they upload, it's kind of a gruesome name now that you think about it. But anyway, they upload a song a day. and it's all just alternative, underground, electronic music. Super cool. So follow them, and I don't know, whatever other progressive house is out there. What are my thoughts on the satanic music industry? Low vibrations. Absolutely, man. Mainstream music has been so watered down. It's watered down purposely. Some people even think that the frequency of the music itself was changed from 432 hertz to 440 hertz just to be off of the natural vibration that our bodies and our minds like. So not only that, all sorts of subliminal messages. Can't even watch the freaking music videos these days. They're all disgusting. So that's why, I mean, substance is everything. Substance is everything with food. Substance is everything with music, right? Like, I'm the kind of person where I look for quality over quantity. Don't get me wrong, I like quantity, but when it's of quality, that's more important. So, quality music, quality food, quality news sources, quality information, quality time, quality everything, right? So, mainstream, nothing. Mainstream sucks. Mainstream hip-hop sucks. Mainstream news sucks. Mainstream radio sucks. Mainstream food companies, mainstream, because that's all what they want to feed you. It's all the stuff that's spoon-fed to us. And it's ridiculous. Don't even bother with it. And there goes to be said, though, a lot of those people in the music industry are they're unfortunately traumatized themselves. And it's very difficult for them to get out of those groups or those situations. So, and that has to be remembered when you look at a lot of these public figures, is they could very well not even realize what they're really into, what they're really being used for. They might not even want to be there. They could have been in a traumatized situation or from some traumatized family from youth, and they've been groomed to be in this position, and they're so traumatized that they can't get out of it. They don't know how to get out of it. They have no friends. God, I am grateful that I was not born into a body that had to deal with Hollywood in any way. All right, guys. I think that is it for this one. Thanks for tuning in for the last hour. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. I'll do this a little bit more so. Maybe once a week, twice a week. So we'll fill it out. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a wonderful night. See ya.